The following is an excerpt of article DB 109 from the Christian Research Journal by Ronald Nash, 01. What were the mystery religions? Other than Judaism and Christianity, the mystery religions were the most influential religions in the early centuries after Christ. The reason these cults were called mystery religions is that they involved secret ceremonies known only to those initiated into the cult. The major benefit of these practices was thought to be some kind of salvation. The mystery religions were not, of course, the only manifestations of the religious spirit in the Eastern Roman Empire. One could also find public cults not requiring an initiation ceremony into secret beliefs and practices. The Greek Olympian religion and its Roman counterpart are examples of this type of religion. Each Mediterranean region produced its own mystery religion. Out of Greece came the cults of Demeter and Dionysus, as well as the Eleusinian and Orphic mystery religions, which developed later. 2 Asia Minor gave birth to the cult of Cybele, the Great Mother, and her beloved, a shepherd named Attis. The cult of Isis and Osiris, later changed to Serapis, originated in Egypt, while Syria and Palestine saw the rise of the cult of Adonis. Finally, Persia, Iran, was a leading early locale for the cult of Mithras, which, due to its frequent use of the imagery of war, held a special appeal to Roman soldiers. The earlier Greek mystery religions were state religions in the sense that they attained the status of a public or civil cult and served a national or public function. The later non-Greek mysteries were personal, private, and individualistic. 02. Mystery religion basic traits. One must avoid any suggestion that there was one common mystery religion. While a tendency toward eclecticism or synthesis developed after AD 300, each of the mystery cults was a separate and distinct religion during the century that saw the birth of the Christian Church. Moreover, each mystery cult assumed different forms in different cultural settings and underwent significant changes, especially after AD 100. Nevertheless, the mystery religions exhibited 5 common traits below. 1. Central to each mystery was its use of an annual vegetation cycle in which life is renewed each spring and dies each fall. Followers of the mystery cults found deep symbolic significance in the natural processes of growth, death, decay, and rebirth. 2. As noted above, each cult made important use of secret ceremonies or mysteries, often in connection with an initiation rite. Each mystery religion also passed on a secret to the initiate that included information about the life of the cult's god or goddess and how humans might achieve unity with that deity. This knowledge was always a secret or esoteric knowledge, unattainable by any outside the circle of the cult. 3. Each mystery also centered around a myth in which the deity either returned to life after death or else triumphed over his enemies. Implicit in the myth was the theme of redemption from everything earthly and temporal. The secret meaning of the cult and its accompanying myth was expressed in a sacramental drama that appealed largely to the feelings and emotions of the initiates. This religious ecstasy was supposed to lead them to think they were experiencing the beginning of a new life. 4. The mysteries had little or no use for doctrine and correct belief. They were primarily concerned with the emotional life of their followers. The cults used many different means to affect the emotions and imaginations of initiates and hence bring about union with the god. Processions, fasting, a play, acts of purification, blazing lights, and esoteric liturgies. This lack of any emphasis on correct belief marked an important difference between the mysteries and Christianity. The Christian faith was exclusivistic in the sense that it recognized only one legitimate path to God and salvation, Jesus Christ. The mysteries were inclusivistic in the sense that nothing prevented a believer in one cult from following other mysteries. 5. The immediate goal of the initiates was a mystical experience that led them to feel they had achieved union with their God. Beyond this quest for mystical union were 2 more ultimate goals: some kind of redemption or salvation, and immortality. 03. Mystery religion evolution. Before AD 100, the mystery religions were still largely confined to specific localities and were still a relatively novel phenomenon. After AD 100, they gradually began to attain a widespread popular influence throughout the Roman Empire. but they also underwent significant changes that often resulted from the various cults absorbing elements from each other. As devotees of the mysteries became increasingly eclectic in their beliefs and practices, new and odd combinations of the older mysteries began to emerge. And as the cults continued to tone down the more objectionable features of their older practices, they began to attract greater numbers of followers.